Hello, how are you? I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Rise or Fall, and I'll give you one guess what we're going to discuss. Yes, that's it. College football DFS, Saturday the 18th. 14 game schedule, but there's only 3 games I want to stack. Keep it here, and we will dig right in. And we're back. Holy smokes, what a broadcast I have for you whenever you're watching this. Evening, afternoon, morning, I don't know, and I'm glad you're here regardless. Again, I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Rise or Fall to discover and to discuss all your DFS needs. College football, single games, football. I mean, the list goes on, and I'm happy to do it. As long as you're going to watch these videos and like and comment and use them, I'm happy to record till the sun goes down. And here we are for Saturday the 18th to discuss the college football slate. Massive set of games, 14 games here, but as I told you in the opening, there's only 3 of them that I want to stack. But before we get to that, you know the deal. Go to Team Rise or Fall, like and share and subscribe, and while you're there, use promo code NFL50. You'll get 50% off your first month of premium services. I'm telling you, if you're not already there, you're going to want to be there. Week 1 was unbelievably fantastic. We had a lot of, good lineup shared, and here we are. So as we turn our attention to week 2 of the NFL season, use promo code NFL50. But there's a different topic on the slate here today, and that's college football on the 18th. And as I was saying, let me bring up my notes on a separate page. I want to talk college football. And again, as I've said several times already, maybe it's a teaser, maybe I just keep repeating myself, I don't know. But there's 14 games, on the main slate here on Saturday, and it's a 12 noon kickoff, as all college football games go. But there's only 3 games I want to mention, and we will get into each one. It's a stack: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and I have a couple different options in the same game for running backs if you want to go full-blown 4-man, 4-kid stack here. So let's talk about it, shall we? I want to go to Nebraska is playing Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma, they have a 41.75 point implied total here. So it's going to be fireworks for Spencer Rattler, Kennedy Brooks, all that. But if you look at Oklahoma, they get off about 73 plays a game. That's about 50th overall, 52nd overall here, and they pass the ball at about a 47% clip here, which is awesome. So let's look right at Spencer Rattler. And is Spencer Rattler going to be the first overall selection? Where is he going to go? Houston, Detroit? I don't know, and who cares? That's like 6-7 months away. I want to talk about Saturday, the 18th here. Spencer Rattler, $10,800 on FanDuel, $9,500 on DraftKings. Now, Spencer, he averages about 274 passing yards a game, about 33 attempts a game. So you're looking at, as I said, almost 275 yards a game. He's currently completing almost 80% of his passes. I believe it's at like 77% here, and he averages about 8.4 yards an attempt. He just needs more work, more volume, and I believe he gets that this afternoon or Saturday, whenever you're watching this, against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Let's go down same game, running back. Oklahoma's, he's an elite talent. Kennedy Brooks. Kennedy is, drum roll, $7,900 on FanDuel, $5,600 on DraftKings. And here's a little combo if you want it. Rattler, Brooks, and even Eric Gray. Eric Gray is $6,100 on FanDuel, $5,200 on DraftKings. Now, if you notice, if you go back, which DFS is, on a per game kind of thing, neither one of them played much last week because they just blew out their opposing team. Brooks carried the ball 14 times for 87 yards, and Gray carried the ball, I believe, 9 times for 27 yards. Look for both of these running backs to work in tandem on Saturday against Nebraska. As I said, Oklahoma, 41.75 employed point total here. So I'm telling you, these 3 backs are going to be crazy. Let's get to the wide receivers. Oklahoma just has a bevy of stud wide receivers. Theo Weiss, Jaden Hazelwood, Austin Stronger, Mike Woods. Then the list goes on. I want to talk about Marvin Mims, who I mentioned in my first ever college football DFS video for Team Rise or Fall. right here. Marvin MIMS, $8,600 on FanDuel, $7,500 on DraftKings. Now, MIMS leads the team, 136 yards receiving, and he saw team-high targets in the first week of the season. So I'm telling you, Spencer Rattler, Kennedy Brooks, Eric Gray, and Marvin MIMS in your Oklahoma stack is off and running. Let's go to the second game I have here, and this one is the Michigan State Spartans go to the Miami Hurricanes to take on Miami. And it's going to be, this one to me, given all the games on the slate, I tried to pluck some, not obscure, but, two teams that are just right in your face, score a ton of points, right? Oklahoma will get to the third game. And I don't know if anybody's going to be paying attention to Miami this weekend. They run about 75 yards a play, or 75 plays a game, and they pass the ball almost 50% of the time. I mean, that's the definition of a DFS, team that I want a part of. So first and foremost, the quarterback for Miami, King. Derek is $9,200 on FanDuel, $7,600 on DraftKings. Now, look, this kid, he's like Superman. He made a recovery so quick from tearing his ACL last December, and here we are. He hasn't disappointed. He averages about 189 passing yards a game, and he throws the ball on average 32 times here. So I know that's not the greatest, especially in college football DFS. You're looking for, insane amounts of yardage and touchdowns here. But Derek King against the Michigan State Spartans should have no issue. He still only passed for 200 yards last week, but he's getting comfortable and he's working the kinks out. I mean, that ACL tear is major injury. Regardless, I'm on Derek King. As I said, he is $9,200 on FanDuel, $7,600 on DraftKings. Let's go to the Miami Hurricanes running backs here, and I have another combo platter for you here. Cameron Hayes, who is $7,200 on FanDuel, $5,400 on DraftKings. And if you want to throw in Donald Chaney there, very cheap on DraftKings. He's only $3,000 there on DK. Harris carried the ball 30 times last week for 128 yards, while he had 4 targets in the passing game. So both of these running backs are very much in play if you want to do the old quarterback double running back stack, however you'd like to do it. Let's go down to the wide receiver real quick, and that is Charleston Rambo. What a sweet name. Charleston Rambo is $6,700 on FanDuel, $6,100 on DraftKings. Now, he currently leads the team with 16 targets, only 85 yards receiving last week, but look at this, 81% of the routes ran were from him last week. So I'm telling you, Rambo, I mean, these got to have cool names and t-shirts floating around campus here. So Charleston Rambo, $6,700 on FanDuel, $6,100 on DraftKings. Now let's go to the last game here, and it's not going to be a surprise. Tulane goes to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss has a 45 total here. They run 81.5 plays a game. That's 4th in the nation. Their pass rate is like 44% here. It's good for like 90th, 89th in the country here. Now look, this is no secret. Matt Corral, $11,500 on FanDuel is insane to me, but this kid will back it up with any and all production here. The only knock here is this game isn't available on DraftKings. So right here, the Ole Miss stack is just FanDuel exclusive. So let's finish the stack up. Corral's he's a solid dual threat, already 90 yards on the ground. He averages about 331 passing yards a game. It's insane. Tulane has already allowed 300-yard passer to Oklahoma, Spencer Rattler, who I mentioned moments ago. So look for Matt Corral to just go absolutely nuts. And I'm telling you, it's no secret. He's the most expensive quarterback on the slate. Last I looked, $11,500 here. But it'll pay off. And for those of you on DraftKings, you can message me or go back to the site. I'm going to have some other sneaky DraftKings stacks because I feel sorry that I didn't have, a third DraftKings stack. But that's how juicy the Ole Miss, thing is here. Both running backs in this one I want to talk about. JERRION Early, $9,000 on FanDuel, and Henry Parrish, $5,700 on DraftKings. Now, he's the lead back, but Henry Parrish they have a role along with what's his name, Snoop Connor. They have 3 very capable running backs, and I'm telling you, in this one, everybody will get play, everybody will get run. So I wouldn't even mind if you started 2 running backs from this game and the the quarterback and one of the wide receivers, Dontario Drummond, who is $99,800. He should be 90 grand. He's got just an absurd amount of receiving yards. I believe he had 284, 284 receiving yards so far this season. It's insane what Ole Miss will do. You can throw Jonathan Mingo into the mix, $7,900. So him and Drummond are the two, studly wide receivers there. But look, Braylon Sanders too, $6,800. So I wouldn't knock you if you wanted to, like a play within the game, right? We pick the teams we want to stack, then we stack those players. And if the studs here, Matt Corral, JERRION Early, Dontario Drummond, they're a little expensive. So if you wanted to pivot in the same game, go Snoop Connor for $6,300 at running back. Go Braylon Sanders at wide receiver for only $6,800. So that's all that I have for you. I know it was kind of I'm excited. It might got a little bit jumbled there, but I promise you, my notes are here and they're ready to go. So I thank you for watching. If there's anything I can do for you, you can message me. You can find me at teamriseorfall. While you're there, use promo code NFL50 and let's get together, learn and compete together. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next time.